Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today we have another video by request. Mama Jim commented and asked if we could make keto lasagna using my 3-ingredient keto pasta. And the good news is, with a few little tweaks, yes, we can. And so today I'm going to show you how to make real keto lasagna with real keto noodles that really do satisfy that craving for traditional lasagna. It's super, super easy and very delicious. And if you want a printable version of this, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while you do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. In a large skillet, place a ½ pound of extra lean ground beef and season it with some salt and pepper and dry Italian seasonings according to your taste. Chop the ground beef into small pieces and cook it over medium heat until it is no longer pink. Drain the beef and place it back into your skillet. Add 2 cups of the keto pasta sauce of your choice. I'll put a link in the description to my 5-minute pasta sauce if you want to use that one. Add 1½ teaspoons of dry Italian seasonings and stir to fully combine the seasonings with the sauce. Bring the sauce to a low boil and simmer just for about 5 minutes just to combine the flavors a little bit, and then set it aside for a minute. In a small bowl, place 6 ounces of ricotta cheese, 1 egg, 11 grams of grated Parmesan cheese, and salt and pepper to your taste. Stir these all together until they're fully combined and smooth, and then set it aside for a minute. Place 6 cups of water in a large 12-inch skillet over medium heat and bring the water to a full boil. In a large bowl, whisk together 45 grams of coconut flour and a ½ teaspoon of xanthan gum until it's fully combined and there are no lumps in the dry ingredients. If you want to, you can add some salt or some dry seasonings for extra flavor in your noodles. That's up to you. Add 4 large room temperature egg yolks, just the yolks. Make sure you do not use the whole egg. That will ruin your pasta. So just the yolks, and make sure they are room temperature. They mix in more smooth that way. Stir the yolks into the dry ingredients just until the yolk starts combining with the dry ingredients. Then use your fingers and massage the flour into the eggs until everything is fully combined and the dough is no longer sticky. The key to this pasta dough is getting the right texture. You do not want there to be any stickiness at all in your dough. It's going to be a very stiff, almost dry dough. So it's kind of going to feel like Play-Doh that's starting to dry out, if that makes any sense. But the texture is going to feel a little bit weird. It's going to be more of a dry dough. You do not want any stickiness to this at all. Divide the dough into 4 equal portions. Line a clean work surface with parchment paper and roll each portion of the dough out to a 7-inch by 2.5-inch strip. You want these to be thin. Think of the thickness of a lasagna noodle, and keep in mind that coconut flour pasta is a little bit more dense than traditional pasta, so it will absorb a little bit more. Also, keep in mind that this recipe makes a single layer lasagna. So if you're wanting a more traditional 2-layer lasagna, all you need to do is double the sauce recipe, double the cheese recipe, and make 2 batches of the noodles. I don't recommend doubling the noodle recipe because coconut flour is so sensitive to liquid. It's really best just to make 2 separate batches rather than doubling the noodle recipe if you're wanting a double layer lasagna. Once your noodles are all rolled out, check back on your water that's in your skillet. Make sure it has come to a full, complete boil. Place the noodles in a single layer. Make sure they are just a single layer, not stacked on top of each other. And bring them back to a low boil. Then cover and boil about 5 to 7 minutes or until the noodles are white and firm. Once the noodles are done cooking, use a slotted spatula and lift the noodles out of the skillet, then place them on a plate and allow them to drain for just around 2 to 3 minutes just to get most of the water off of it. To assemble the lasagna, place around a half cup of the meat sauce in a very thin layer over the bottom of an 8 by 8 inch casserole dish. It doesn't need to be a lot of sauce, you're just wanting to put a very thin layer to cover the bottom of the casserole dish. Place 2 noodles on top of the meat layer. Then top the noodles with your cheese filling. Then top the mozzarella cheese with half of the meat mixture. Top the meat mixture with 2 more noodles. And if you're wanting to make this a double layer lasagna, then you would add another layer of the cheese mixture, then the meat mixture, and a little bit of shredded Parmesan, and then you would add 2 more noodles if you were making this a double layer lasagna, but here we're just making the single layer. Top the noodles with the remaining sauce. Then sprinkle your desired amount of mozzarella cheese over the top of the meat sauce. I use about 1.5 cups, give or take a little bit, but it's up to you how much cheese you like on your lasagna. Once you have your lasagna all assembled, place it in your preheated oven. Bake at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes or until the lasagna is bubbly and heated through. Once the lasagna is done cooking, remove it from the oven and let it sit for at least 5 minutes before you serve it. This just helps all the ingredients settle in well so it doesn't fall apart when you go to put it on your plate. After 5 minutes, cut your desired piece. Serve this nice and warm. If you want to, you can make some of my keto garlic bread or breadsticks and have a little side dish there. That's up to you if you want that. If you do have any leftovers, allow it to cool completely and store this in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 3 days. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.